Joining. All right, so let's just begin formally. Hey everyone, welcome to Health Tech Academy's Bootcamp webinar. My name is Tanish and I work at HTA as a product and programs manager, which basically means that all of the programs that I'm going to talk about today and the learning experience that we offer with them has been designed by me and my team. And I'm super excited to talk about all of these programs and answer any questions that you may have about them. Um, for the most of the part of this webinar, I will be sharing my screen. So you'll be seeing a lot of the information on the screen. Um, I would like you guys to familiarize yourself with the Zoom features. You can use the chat box to ask any questions, although we do have a question answer feature at the end of the webinar. But if you want to ask something which you think is relevant to what I'm talking about at the moment, feel free to use the chat box as well. So one very important announcement at the start of the webinar is that at the end of the webinar, we have some of the tuition deals and discounts that we'll be announcing. So stick around till the end, and you will probably find something that will make you happy. So starting off with the introduction, so Health Tech Academy is an online training provider, and we have more than 1,500 active students. In fact, at the moment, I think the number has crossed 2,000 students. We have more than 25 coaches who help our students one-on-one with their programs. And all of these coaches come with more than 10 years of experience in the healthcare sector. We have more than 10 on-demand bootcamps. When I say on-demand, I mean that you can enroll into our program today and start in the next 24 to 48 hours. We have 100% student placement rate at the moment, and this is for the students who have completed their program with HTA and they've completed all of the requirements. All of those students are currently working. We are headquartered in Austin, but our team is based globally, with most of our staff based out of the US. So let me share the outline or the content of the webinar today. So I'm going to talk about HTA a little bit more. And I'm going to talk about, on a very high level, what our programs are, what do we offer, and what kind of flexibility do we offer as part of our program. We will also be looking into the future of allied healthcare and how you can stay relevant to that future. And then, for the most part, I will be talking about all of our programs that we have, the certifications that we offer as part of those programs, and all the information about the offerings that are included in those programs. Then I'm going to give an overview of the admissions process. Then we're going to look into financing options. I'm going to talk a little bit about the HTA career services, which I'm sure a lot of you would like to hear about. Then we have student testimonials that I'll be presenting to you guys, and we will end the session with a question answer session. So let's move on. So who we are. So at like as Health Tech Academy, we are a leader in flexible and accessible online learning for more than 20 years. 20 years, we build different programs around the growing areas of allied healthcare space. As I just shared, we are headquartered in Austin, Texas, and we aspire to transform and innovate the way healthcare professionals are educated, hired, and retained. I will give you guys 10 seconds to just read our vision statement that I just read and the mission statement as well. This is what we stand for, and we hope to see you on this side and help you achieve the goals that you have with regards to stepping into allied healthcare space. When it comes to our boot camps, we work with industry experts, universities, employers, and healthcare partners to design and create industry-aligned boot camps. And all of these boot camps lead to industry-recognized certifications. All of our boot camps are divided into, when I say boot camp or I say a program, these mean the same. And all of our programs include modules, courses, and the instructional model is designed to fit around your schedule. So it's very, very flexible. You can start at any time, you can study at any time of the day or any time in a week. And even in month, if you're super busy and you can only take out 1 week in the entire month to spend onto the program full time, you can absolutely do that. We emphasize on online learner success through bootcamp sport and career services. So there's a lot of sport that is available through the student services team and also the career services team. There are three key aspects of our bootcamps and certification programs. On demand, as I just shared earlier, which means that you can start anytime after you make the payment and make the confirmation. And these are all self-paced, which means you can work on your at your own pace. If you think something is not making sense, you can take a pause, redo the entire lesson. It's absolutely flexible, and we can match your pace the way you want. One-on-one coaching sessions are also available, and they're on demand, which again means that it's not like that they are scheduled at a particular time and you have to show up at that time. You will be able to see the calendar for our coaches, and you can schedule the one-on-one coaching sessions yourself according to your availability. Um, Here are some of the partners that we have. These are some of the universities, some of the certifying bodies, approving bodies that we are affiliated with, and you can see a whole bigger list on our website. When it comes to the program flexibility, our programs are designed for all kind of experience levels, which basically includes anybody who is a beginner in the healthcare world or somebody who has very, very limited healthcare experience or no healthcare experience at all. Anybody can become part of our programs. There is no relocation that is required for the programs. You can be anywhere in the US and you can take our programs and get certified. The only thing that you need to be aware of is that some of the programs are not available in particular states. So it's very important that you go onto our website, go to the state restrictions page, and just confirm if the program that you are thinking to enroll into is available in your state or not. You can still be certified if you go ahead and enroll into that program, but you will not be able to find jobs in your particular state. And our programs are 100% online. And when I say our program, I mean the training part of it, the theoretical part of it, which is pretty much everything that you need to pass the certification exam. However, in order to be fully certified, there are some additional requirements like completing certain number of clinical hours, which you will have to do by going into a clinical site. We do offer support with regards to that, but the theoretical part, the training part, is all done online. And you get all the support from our team. Pretty much everything is done online. Um, so the next part of the webinar is the future of allied healthcare. So if we look at the job trends, not in 2024, we're in 2025 now. This is our first webinar of 2025, so I forgot to update the year here. But if we look at how the world is progressing at the moment, um, allied healthcare roles are in a very, very high demand all around the US. But the reality is that all of these jobs and this sector, just like any other sector, is integrating technology. And there are different opportunities that are arising because of that. Now, there are a lot of people who think that AI and the technological growth that we have in the world today comes with a scare in people, and they think that, oh, we are going to lose our jobs, which is not the reality. If anything, AI and technology is there to support you to become more efficient, to do more of your work in lesser amount of time. It doesn't mean that you will not be able to stay in your job. You will still be there, but you'll probably be doing more than what you are normally supposed to do because now you have a lot of technological help or artificial intelligence help available. We just look into surgical technology, for example. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard about robotic assisted surgery. I mean, it's phenomenal how a robot is able to do all what a surgeon would do otherwise. But of course, it's supervised. but it saves a lot of time, a lot of energy on the surgeon's part. Then if you look into the pharmacy technology trends, there are a lot of softwares there which are automated. There are a lot of automations, there are a lot of softwares that are there which can help you deal with the whole medication process better. Medical assistant roles have a lot of technology now integrated into them. There's AI powered electronic health records management, which is now there. Patient assessment is now being automated in a lot of ways, where you don't need to rely on humans to make sure that a certain check is done on regular intervals, or you give a reminder to somebody on regular intervals, or make sure that they are receiving their medication on time. All of that, all of those things can be automated now. Same goes with sterile processing trends. A lot of these roles are now heavily dependent on technology, but the humans are there, and they are going to be here for as long as I can imagine it. And that takes us to the next part of our webinar, and that's where most of my time will be spent, and that's our bootcamps. So for each of our program, I'm going to talk about the program, the certification, the duration, the tuition, eligibility, offerings, and the restricted states. So the format is going to be pretty much similar. So there will be things that I'll just say they're same as the last program that I talked about. So I don't have to repeat myself again and again. So before I move on and I start talking about any of the programs, and I don't want you guys to ask any questions about a particular program, but generally about a health tech academy and our experience, and the kind of learning experience that we hope to offer, and the vision that we want you guys to have when you are looking into the allied healthcare space, and the future of it, and how to stay relevant to it. If there is anything that you guys are thinking about, any thoughts, questions, anything like that, feel free to send that into the chat, and I'll be more than happy to answer. I see there is a question about a surgical technology program in Pennsylvania. Um, on this list, there is no Pennsylvania, so I assume that the program is available there. However, the disclaimer is that sometimes this information that I update can be a little outdated because our website is being updated by our team on regular basis. So I would recommend that you go onto the website, go to the state restrictions tab, and find out there whether the program is available or not. Here you can have a state where the program is restricted, but we haven't mentioned it here because I did not get that update in time. So please make sure that you check the website before making a final call. So the first program that we're going to talk about is surgical technologist. The certification that we offer with this program is TSC by NCCT. The program is 16 weeks long, and the program prepares you for the certification. You can absolutely complete the program in a shorter span of time as compared to 16 weeks if you're spending way more time. But the normal assumption is that you are spending about 15 hours on average every week on the program. And if you do that, you'll be able to complete the program in 16 weeks. Now, when I say program again, I mean the training sessions that you're going to do, the online learning, the theoretical part, all of it would be done online in 16 weeks. And for that, the tuition is $3,450. Everything from your ebook to your coaching sessions, everything is included in this price. We also have monthly payment options that start from $266. In order to enroll into this program, the eligibility is that you should have a high school diploma or equivalent qualification, and you should have internet. And one thing which we have not mentioned here, and that is very, very important, I would like to say it to all of you, that you need to make sure that you know how to browse on internet, how to get onto Zoom. All of you guys are here to, so I assume that you guys are familiar with it. But you have to have basic computer skills in order to complete our program, because everything is happening online. So it's very important that you are comfortable with that. With the offerings, you get self-paced online program where all of your slides, lessons, quizzes, exams are. Then you get one-on-one coaching sessions. So you get 5 mandatory one-on-one coaching sessions. Then we have certification exam preparation. career sport. Career sport is where you get two career advising session, and we also have a career prep course. Then we have your ebook, skills videos, exam voucher. All of that is included in this price as part of this program. There's one question about the program being online. What about the clinical aspect? So that's exactly what I'm saying. That when I say 16 weeks for your training program does not include your clinical part. That is not included in the 16 weeks. According to the requirements for NCCT, you can complete this program, sit for the NCCT exam, pass the exam, but you cannot be fully certified until and unless you have completed your clinical hours. And I'm going to talk about the clinical hours in a bit. However, we do recommend the students that they complete the online training program with us, complete their online coaching sessions with the coaches, and then we help them get the externship, secure the externship. There's a shared responsibility between the school and the student. We don't take the full ownership of getting the externship site for you, but we will assist you with it, and I'm going to talk about that in detail. Um, so you can get an externship, complete the externship, complete your clinical hours, and you should appear for the certification exam afterwards. Because when you do it that way, you are able to understand so many things in person, firsthand, that are able to help you pass the exams much easier as compared to if you had not gone for your clinicals before the certification exam. So we do recommend that you sit for the exam after the clinicals, but you can absolutely sit before the clinicals as well. When it comes to restricted states, for each of the program, there are a few restricted states where the state regulations do not allow us to offer this program. And the reason that they do not allow is that according to their regulations, they prefer another certification or they require certain requirements that our program does not fulfill. So these are the states where our program is not available for. So if you are from one of these states, better to find another program here at HTA, or find another opportunity in the surge tech world. In terms of the clinical hours, there are four programs that we're going to talk about today: surgical technologist, sterile processing, EKG technician, and phlebotomy technician, which have clinical requirements. All of the clinical requirements are mandatory for you to be fully certified, which basically means that you cannot get a permanent job, or a full-time role, full-time paid role without completing your clinicals, because you're not fully certified without them. When it comes to the sport that we have to help you with the externship, um, we we have a career services team that is there with you from the time when you've done 50% of your course till the end of your course, and then after that till the time you secure an externship site, and they stay with you and help you throughout that time, and they give you the direction, the parts where you have to contribute. And then anytime we find an externship site which is ready to get you on board, from that point onwards it's all HTA that takes care of all the legal requirements, the affiliation, the insurance, and everything else is taken care of by the team. But we do not guarantee a placement until and unless we have an affiliation in that area that is readily available. Otherwise, it can take between 8 to 12 weeks for us to secure an externship with your help. So we reach out to different hospitals for you, with you, and you do the same with us. If you want to read more about the program for surgical technologists, you can go onto our website and you can download the syllabus. Um, so if you get certified in a particular state, you can absolutely work in other states because all of these certifications are national certifications. The only thing that you will need to look into is that the other state that you are looking into, are they restricting medical assistant certification that you have, or they are happy for you to work in the state with that particular credential? Because medical assistant, I don't think it would be an issue with most of the states. Even for surge tech, you can see 3, 6, about how many are these, about 13 states where the surgical technology program is not offered, which means any other state you can absolutely work. Salome, I have the locations of clinical facilities in Georgia, so I may see how close they are to me. Abigail, so I do not have access to the locations at the moment, but you can reach out to your admission advisor and they can tell you the locations that we have in Georgia. However, I would absolutely be transparent with you that even if we do not have any affiliation in the closer vicinity where you live, we can help you find a clinical site, but it's a mutual effort between you and the service advisor. They reach out to hospitals on your behalf and you do that work for them as well, because the more efforts we put in, the more chances you'll have to secure an externship site. That takes me to our second program, which is the medical assistant program. It is a CCMA certified clinical medical assistant by NHA. It's a 16 weeks long program. Most of our programs are 16 weeks long. For the medical assistant program, we had a lot of demand from students where, we decided to reduce the price heavily. And this is the program, which is the cheapest program that we have at the moment. And we offer it at $1,250. But what you miss because of the price being reduced is that the exam voucher and the coaching sessions, one-on-one coaching sessions, are not included in this price. However, if you are interested in getting the exam voucher and the one-on-one coaching sessions included, then the price of this program is $1,999. And if that is the information that you haven't gotten from your admission advisors, feel free to reach out to them, mention this webinar, and they will be more than happy to assist you. This is a very recent update that will be live on our website very, very soon as well. The eligibility criteria is the same. The offerings are pretty much the same, except the exam voucher and the one-on-one coaching sessions. The restricted states for medical assistant program are only two, but I would recommend that you go on our website and confirm that these are the only two states where the program is not available. This might have changed. Um, so is this being, yes, it's being recorded and it will be available on our YouTube channels, and it's being live broadcasted on LinkedIn as well. So you can download the website and download the syllabus from the website. Um, if you go on to our website, go to the medical assistant program. If you scroll down in the third or fourth tab, you will be able to see the download syllabus button, which will give you the PDF of the syllabus. The next program is Patient Care Technician. It is a CPCT by NHA certification that you get after going through this program and passing the certification exam. The duration of this program is the same. Certification is CPCT certified patient care technician. The tuition is upfront $3,450, and you can also pay monthly, where you pay $266 per month. For medical assistant program, it's $49 only, where you can get weekly payment options as well. And you can also pay monthly as well. Even in this case, if you wish to pay bi-monthly or weekly, we can also arrange for that. Eligibility requirements are the same, the offerings are the same. And of course, with this program, we have the one-on-one coaching sessions, and we do have the exam voucher included as well. There are 3 states where the program is restricted. As I'm saying this for each of the programs, I do recommend that you go onto the website and confirm that the program is available in a particular state or not, because that's where you will get the most updated information. For Surge Tech, I told you that we have the clinical externship requirement. For medical assistant, we do not have a clinical externship requirement. You can absolutely complete the program in 16 weeks, or maybe sit for the exam in the 16th week and be ready to apply for jobs or start a job in the 17th week. You can be fully certified as soon as you have passed the exam. Same goes with patient care technician. There are no clinical externship requirements. Pharmacy technician. So we have 2 pharmacy technician programs. One is certified pharmacy technician by NHA, CPHT, and the other one is by PTCB. So it's certified pharmacy technician, but by PTCB. So I'm going to open both of these together. Um, And the fee for this program is the same as patient care technician. The eligibility is the same. The offerings are the same. The restricted states are different, of course. So again, I would recommend that you go onto the website and make sure that these are the restricted states. The difference between this pharmacy technician certification by NHA and the other one, which is by PTCB, is that this certification is usually more acceptable all across the US, but there are employers that still prefer NHA certification. So it's up very much up to you. The program is very similar. The difficulty level is very similar. So you can be certified a pharmacy technician with either of these programs. We are approved through PTCB as a training provider, and we are also officially affiliated with NHA to offer the NHA certification as well. The program length and all of the other information is the same. It's just a different certification. This is a typo. It's not HTA. It's PTCB. And with that, I'm just going to take a 10 seconds pause just to stop, give myself a breather, and to you guys as well. And I'm more than happy to see any questions that you guys may have right now. No questions, nothing in the chat box. That's fine. Perfect. All right, so moving on to our next program, which is dental assistant. So our dental assistant certification is registered dental assistant RDA by AMT. Again, we are officially affiliated with AMT to offer this program. The program fee is the same as most of our programs, and the offerings are the same. The restricted states are different, and you can download the syllabus from the website. There is no clinical requirement for a dental assistant program as well. Sterile processing technician. So this certification is CRCST by HSPA, and the duration of the program is 16 weeks, pretty much the same as rest of the programs. The tuition is $3,450, and you can also pay on monthly basis to $266. There are weekly and bi-monthly payment options available for you guys as well. Eligibility is the same. The offerings are the same. The restricted states are none. But again, get the most updated information from the website when it comes to the restricted states. This program has clinical requirements. There are 400 hours that you have to complete before you are fully certified. Once you pass the CRCST certification exam, you are provisionally certified. You get the provisional certificate if you pass the exam, but you do not get your full certification until and unless you have completed your clinical hours. For this certification as well, as a school, we do recommend that you complete your clinical hours and only then sit for the exam, because that really increases your chances of passing the exam in the first time. There are a lot of people who want to become part of allied healthcare space, and they're usually interested in programs like surgical technology, which are, although they are basic certifications or entry-level certifications. Basic is probably not the right word to use, but these are entry-level certifications. However, surgical technologist roles, when you go into the market and you are fully certified and you're trying to find roles, usually anybody who has some other academic background in the allied healthcare space, or somebody who has some kind of experience in the allied healthcare space, even if it's 6 months, they are more likely to find a job as a surge tech as compared to somebody who has no background at all and they're trying to apply for roles. And for that reason, we do recommend that if you're really interested in doing surge tech as a role, and you want to get into that career, but you do not have any experience in the allied healthcare space, and not allied healthcare space, in the healthcare space at all, we recommend that you start with sterile processing technician program and then you move on to surge tech. That is a growth trajectory that a lot of people follow. Could you do SPD in a dental office if you're already working as a dental assistant? Uh, Yeah, of course. I mean, I think you should be able to do it. It really depends on the requirements. So I mean, don't quote me for this, but I think this should be possible. But this is something that I will need to get more information about, and then I can answer it properly. But my initial thought is that it should be possible. For a phlebotomy technician, the next program is phlebotomy technician. This is probably the first program that I'm covering today, which is a shorter program and also a cheaper program. So this is a 12 weeks long program. The certification is certified phlebotomy technician by NHA. The upfront fee for it, the full tuition is $2,000, and the monthly payment options start from $141. And we can also get weekly payment options or monthly payment options for you as well. The eligibility is the same, offerings are the same, restricted states are, of course, different, but you should check on the website. This program also has a requirement of a certain number of clinical hours, but these are way less as compared to Surge Tech and Sterile Processing Technician. So that's phlebotomy technician. The next program is medical billing and coding and medical coding. So medical billing and coding program, we usually call it medical billing specialist because this program, although prepares you for certified billing and coding specialist certification by NHA. This program does not include a lot about coding. It just gives you a very basic level knowledge about the coding as a field and as a role, but majorly it relies on billing. So that's why a lot of people who want to start in the medical billing and coding world, they prefer medical billing specialist certification because that's easier to do, easier to pass, has a lot better pass rate as well. And then you are able to find jobs easily as well because medical biller roles are more readily available as compared to medical coder roles. So this certification costs you the same with HTA, and there are no restricted states for this program. The offerings are the same. So that's where you can start from, and then eventually you can do a medical coding certification, and that can lead to an advanced level medical coder role for you as well. But if you have any background in the allied healthcare space previously and you are trying to upskill yourself, then you can absolutely enroll in the medical coding certification directly. um, Patient care technician does not require you to do clinicals at all. But here is the thing. We try to help our students find jobs for programs where clinical sites are not required or clinical requirements are not there. Clinical sites are, of course, required for your jobs. So we do help you find jobs. But say you have spent maybe 2, 3 months, you're applying for different roles and you have tried everything, but you haven't been able to land a role, then we say that rather than wasting your time, you can try to find a very small externship, which is, of course, unpaid. And you can gain some experience, and that can help you land a job sooner. But as a requirement for the certification, just like we have it for Surge Tech, sterile processing, phlebotomy technician, there is no requirement for patient care technician. The next certification that we have is Healthcare IT, that prepares you for IT Fundamental Plus by CompTIA and Certified Electronic Health Record Specialist by NHA. So this program, although I'm saying that it prepares you for these two certifications, it prepares you for a lot more. So it helps you learn basic skills like project management, data analysis, and a lot of other IT skills, which are very, very useful in the healthcare world. So you not only get learnings that can help you pass these two certification exams, but it can also help you pave the path towards more advanced level certifications like healthcare information management specialist, KHIM certifications, basically. So it sets the right ground for you in order to grow in the healthcare IT world. So the duration of this program is the same. The tuition is a little higher. It's $3,950. You get two different ebooks for this program, and and you get 2 different exam vouchers for this program as well. And the restricted states are the 4 states where the CEHRS certification is not available, and that's why we do not sell this program in these states. The next certification is basically part of this program, and that is CEHRS, Medical Health Record Specialist Program. It's a 12 weeks long program. The tuition upfront is $2,000, and monthly payment options start from $141. Rest of the information is pretty much the same. The offerings are the same, and the restricted states, as compared to healthcare IT, are the same as well. So this, you can see this program is 12 weeks long. This program is 16 weeks long, because major content is covered through CEHRs. The next program, again, if you want to download the syllabus, you can go onto the website. The next program is electrocardiogram technician, EKG technician. The certification is called CET, Certified EKG Technician by NHA. It's not EKG, it's CET. The duration of this program is 8 weeks. This is the shortest program that we have. The tuition is $2,000, and you can pay monthly, bi-monthly, and weekly as well. Eligibility is right here. The offerings are the same. There were no restricted states when I last checked. I do recommend that you go onto the website and confirm that there are no restricted states for this program. Healthcare leadership. So this is probably one of the most exciting programs for me here at HTA. It's a 12 weeks long certification, and we offer our internal certification for it. So there's no industry certification that we offer with it. The cost of this program is $3,950. Eligibility is the same. Offerings are the same. Of course, there are no restricted states. What does this program do? This program is for anybody who has experience in healthcare world, and they want to grow and become a team manager, and they want to learn some leadership skills. This is made for them. And anybody who wants to grow as a team member and who wants to learn leadership generally, because it can absolutely help you even on entry-level roles that you may have. You can enroll into this program and get skills that can really help you grow faster in your career. So that was the last program that I was going to cover for the day. And now I will be giving you guys a little demo of our online web portal. So as soon as you log in fact, before I move into this, I'll just take another 10 seconds pause, see if you guys have any questions. And then I will go on and give you guys a demo for our learner management system. All right. So as soon as you log in to our online platform, you will be able to see the screen, and it will ask you to complete your profile. You can click on complete later if you don't want to do it right now, but it will keep giving you this prompt again and again every time you will log in until and unless you complete your profile. So I'm going to do complete later for now. You can see the welcome tab here, bootcamps, coaching, my profile, analytics, progress report, documents. Here you will find in the bootcamps, if you're enrolled in more than one bootcamp, you will see this tab. Otherwise, you won't see this tab. You will see a learn tab here instead. In coaching, you will see your coaches, and you'll be able to schedule time with them. In my profile, you will of course be adding information about yourself. For analytics, you will be able to see the amount of time you've spent on each of the course. Then progress report, which will be able to give you an overall progress of yourself in the program, and it will give you the average scores that you have scored in the quizzes and exams. The document section will give you the agreements, etc., that you have signed, and they will all be uploaded here. All right, so here you can see the name of the certificate. So every time you complete a course, you get a certificate. You can click here and you'll be able to see the certificates that you have, because this user is enrolled in different programs. So the certificates that it's showing here is not for surgical technologist program. It's for other programs that it has certain courses that it has completed. So if you click on download certificate, it will download the certificate. It gives you the information of the core number of courses that you have completed, and it also tells you your current course. This is a very important part of our online platform where you can click on get the career outlook data. You can click on the surgical technologist role or even any other roles that you are interested in. You can click on one of the states. Let's go with California. You go next, you say what kind of roles are you looking for? Although I think most of us will be looking for beginner level roles. So I'll say beginner, then I click on next. And here you can see that the career outlook is 4.5 stars. The average salary is this. The number of job openings that are right now available on NLX, Indeed, and BLS are 4,124. The job growth rate yearly is 5%. So this is where you get a lot of insights on the job data. You can and now you can see these opportunities are updated here. If you want to look into another state, you can search for Florida, for example. Go next, go beginner. You search for it, and you will see it will update it here as well. So the average salary is lesser. The job outlook is pretty much the same in Florida as well. So this is where you see all of your courses, and you can, so once you complete the course, you'll see this download button which will download your certificate. For now, if you want to launch the course, you will click here and it will launch your course. So as soon as you are into the course, you'll be able to see different videos that will start to play. You'll be able to meet your instructors. You'll be able to see a program overview video. You will be able to cover all of your lessons, so on and so forth. And at the end of each lesson, for most of the lessons, you will see ebook reference. So that if you will click here, you will see the chapter embedded into the lesson. You will be required to read the lesson, and then you can come back and complete your assessment. And for your assessments, you can see, because this is a test user, you will be able to see the number of times you've attempted any quiz, and you'll be able to reattempt it if you have failed it. And you can also review the questions that you have gotten right or wrong, and you can reattempt. And the rule is that you have to score 70% in order to pass the exams. And if you do not score 70% for 3 consecutive attempts, you are required to complete the program again. Sorry, not the program, the lesson again. So that is there. If we also have a learning assistant, which is basically your AI, which is there to help you with anything. So if you have any questions, thoughts, anything that you're confused about, feel free to use this learning assistant, ask them any questions. We also have discussion forums. So if there are any thoughts that you would like to share with other learners, you can absolutely write something here. And then in order to schedule sessions with your coaches, you can look here. You'll be able to see total number of sessions that were available, total sessions that are remaining, total sessions that are used. You can click on book a session. And when you click on book a session, it will basically open this tab where you'll be able to see the bio of your coach. You will click on book now, and then you will be able to see the calendar for your coaches. And now at the moment, this coach has availability for the next Wednesday, and then the following Wednesday and the following Friday. So you can schedule the time, and you click here, you see the availability that they have, and you schedule it according to your availability. And that's how your sessions are done. So at the end of every course, wait a second, let me go to this program again. Okay. So at the end of every course, because every course has different lessons, every lesson has quizzes. So once you have gone through the entire course, you've gone through all of the lessons, you will see that there is a course exam at the end of it. So you begin the assessment and you complete your course assessment, which you have to pass in order to unlock the next course. Now there is this help button, and this is for everything. I'm not talking about the help button. I'm talking about passing the course, and only then you will unlock the next course. Same goes with the lesson. If you do not complete the first lesson, you will not be able to move on to the second lesson, because it's the way the program is designed. We have to take it forward linearly. So you have to learn the basic concepts in order to move on to the next concepts. If there are any issues that you ever face, you can absolutely come to this help button, and you can click on it. It will pop up. It will populate your name straight away, and you can add your issue, and you can add the details here, and it will submit a ticket to our team, and they will get in touch with you with the answer as soon as possible. So that was the demo for the LMS, and I hope that you guys enjoyed that. That takes me to our admission process. So our admission process is very, very straightforward. You can schedule a call with an admission advisor. I think a lot of you are already in touch with our admission advisors. You can discuss the bootcamp details and the eligibility requirements, and then pay the tuition and enroll into the bootcamp. At the end of the webinar, I'm going to share some of the QR codes that you can use to reach out to our admissions team. When it comes to the financing options, you get up to 30% discount if you pay upfront. So the fee, the tuition, the total tuition fee that I was sharing earlier as part of this webinar would not really be true. It would have up to 30% discount if you're paying upfront, and the upfront fee, the upfront discounts are available on the product pages on our website. You can pay on monthly installments through our financing partners like Ascent, Fortify, Edley, Selime over the course of your time here at HTA. You can also apply for study now, pay later option with the firm, but you'll have to talk to the admissions team for the eligibility. There are some of the military education funding available as well. It's called MICA. And we also have Workforce Innovation Opportunity Act, WIOBA funding available as well. And we are planning to conduct some of our webinars just focused on that. But if these two are something that you are interested about, feel free to reach out to our team, ask the questions about these, and they will connect you the relevant team members. Career services, of course, is a very important part of your learning process here at HTA. And hiring is a very, very personal decision based on a variety of unique variables. So it's different for everybody. And the way we have designed our career services program, we will not claim nor promise that we will hand you a fish. Just like I was saying, we cannot guarantee anything. However, we can guarantee you all the support. We can guarantee you all the knowledge, tools, and the processes that we have developed, that we will help you learn them, understand them, and execute them. And we will also keep a check on you to make sure that you are making progress there. So we will teach you how to catch your first fish, which you will, and you will land your first job in the healthcare industry. And there will be your peers will be there to assist you, and we are working on getting our alumni to connect with our current students so they can help you along the way as well. In terms of the career resources and the support that we have available, so you have 2 one-on-one career advising sessions with your career advisors. We have a career prep course that is there at the end of every program that helps you learn some very important skills that can make you a versatile professional. Then we help you with your LinkedIn resume, and we also help you learn how to communicate with your employers. So any potential employers that you're reaching out to through phone calls or emails, we will give you the instructions that will help you build those communication assets. If you land an interview, we will, of course, help you prepare for the interview as well. That takes me to almost the last part of our webinar, and that is where you get to oh wow, I can't share the sound. Wait a second. Okay. So here are some of our students who have shared their thoughts. You can also see some of the reviews on Trustpilot. And here we have some of our students who shared their thoughts about the program, and I'm going to share that with you guys. Ron, if you're there, I am unable to share this sound, which I believe is a setting that you have. So I might not be able to share the sound. If you can change that and let me know, that would be great. Otherwise, you guys can go onto our YouTube channel and you'll be able to see these success stories and many more from our students. All of these students are done with their programs here at HTA. That takes me to the last part of the webinar, which is question answers. So feel free to ask any questions that you may have. And you have the chat box to ask any questions. And while you do that, I have the special webinar discount announcements, and you have the visit the HD website QR code, you have talk to admissions QR code, and you have a career assessment QR code if you're not sure which program to take. So as you have signed up for the webinar and you have attended the webinar, we have this voucher for you where you can get up to 30%. You can get a 30% off if you pay um, upfront, and you also get a free laptop. You have to pay $2,415 instead of $3,450, which is a big discount. And for medical assistant program, this one was for Surge Tech, and this is for medical assistant. You can use this code, which will give you 60% off. Instead of $2,700, you will pay just $1,100, and you will also get a free laptop even then. And with that, I would like to see any questions that you guys may have asked. I just went onto the website and it said that there are some restrictions for Texas for surgical technology. You know what they are. Okay. So the thing is that when you go onto the website on the state restrictions page, you will see states which are red. Red states are the ones where you cannot get into the program at all. Then we have the green ones where you can absolutely get into. And then we have yellow ones or orange ones. These are the states where there are some additional requirements or additional restrictions. With Texas, there used to be a case where this certification was usually not the most popular certification that was accepted by the employers. So we do recommend that our students, if they want to get into this certification from the state of Texas, they get in touch with a few employers around them, ask them if they are okay to find somebody or to get somebody on board as a Surge Tech with NCCT certification. And if you see that around your locality the employers are okay to get you on board with that certification, then absolutely go ahead and enroll into this program. The state regulations do allow this program. The only reason why we have kept it as the yellow state is because of this demand where a lot of the employers prefer another certification, not the NCCT one. So it's good to check up with them. And if they give you a go ahead, then you have the go ahead, you have the answer right there and then. But thank you so much for asking that question. And with that, I think I will wrap up the webinar. I am really grateful to everybody who was here for the entire time. I think I see most of the names who were here in the first 5 minutes and they're still here. I really, really appreciate that you guys stayed here. And I really hope that I see you on this side. And if there's anything that I can do for you, if you need more information that nobody else was able to provide to you, you can see my name right here. My email is danish.khan@healthtechacademy.org. Feel free to reach out to me, and I'll be more than happy to assist you with any of your questions or thoughts. The recording of this webinar will be available on our YouTube and also on LinkedIn. So feel free to reach out to that. That's correct. The discount is only for the upfront, not for the installments, of course. Thank you so much for taking out the time, everyone. I will sign off. Best of luck. Thank you. Bye.